Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Well, this is our last mission on planet, so let's go ahead and jump on in. We're here to defend a base for the pirates. So that is what we're going to do. A few hours ago, some enterprising lads from our organisation PlanetSide were able to seize control of a Marek research facility. They maybe hadn't thought their entire plan through, so right now there's a Marek strike force on their way to level the base before our boys can download any valuable data. We need you to cover them while they finish up and escape. Okay, well, they've got themselves in a bit of a pickle, but we can help. We're going to go ahead and focus in on Salvage again. 4 skulls is pretty decent. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. We're definitely keeping our archer. That will be good so we can get some indirect fire on our enemies. We'll keep the marauder as we are still seeking more salvage, and then, well, the final two. It's got to be the Atlas and the Annihilator. Unfortunately for us, we don't have much in the way of some mechs available to us. Unfortunately, our Cyclops Battlemaster, our Zeus Black Knight, and other Marauder are all out, and we're yet to refit our King Crab, Banshee, or Zeus. Oh, well, actually, we already have another one. But yeah, either way. Unfortunately, it is what it is, so we're going to run with what we've got. All of our pilots that are up and able are in our lands. This should be interesting. Alright, so I don't think there's too much here for us to cover. We're going to go ahead and defend the seized facility, and yeah, minimal pay, decent salvage. Oh, and all various comments, of course. Pirates aren't known for competent planning. Commander, still, their screw up is our payday. That it is.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, so, unknown mercenary force. You are trespassing on Marek property. Leave immediately or you will be destroyed. They don't really want the pirates stealing this data. I wonder what's so valuable.
Okay, y'all. Stay frosty.
Alright, now unfortunately for us, it does look like it is only us and no, what do we call them? No turrets, but that is all a-okay. We've got 3 walls, which is going to be great for breaking line of sight. It looks like they're going to have a bit of a hard time destroying the buildings if they try the flanks. Let's go ahead and, well, we've got to hold out for 10 rounds. Bonus pay if we protect all the buildings, and we get bonus pay if we destroy the enemy vanguard. Alright, let's ride out to meet these people and see what we're dealing with. Alright, let's get the Annihilator slightly closer.
Yes, Commander.
Our Marauder, we can tuck in behind the cover. Oh, and we have contact. Okay, so what do we see? 160-ton mech. Alright, and you know what? Let's keep the Archer. You know what? Maybe we just go ahead and move into cover. Actually, you know what? We're going to be in cover regardless of where we go. So, you know what? Let's just move, we'll move all the way up. We'll, yeah. We'll hide behind the rock.
Sensors have something.
LRMs are not going to be too troubled by that. Alright, so we have a rifleman walking on up. That is going to be interesting. Now, that thing, does that have a rangefinder suite? Yes, it does. Alright, so theoretically they might be able to see those buildings, but that has a lot of health. All of these have significant health. Oh, dearie me. That makes me think or consider that there may be some very big assault mechs coming our way. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and let that be. We're going to see what happens. We're not going to be able to get shots off on most things if we run off, so we're going to go ahead and bring them to us. Again, we need to defend, and it's hard to defend when we're not near it. Alright, so first things first, our Atlas we can shuffle down. We could take some decent shots at the rifleman, but again, that's all that we know that we can see. Let's see, what else have we got? We have Cheese Goblin in our Annihilator. We theoretically... Oh no, we're not going to get vision over there either. We could, however, see the 45-ton mech. Could go for that, maybe.
Commander.
Ranek, we can't take any precision shots with you just yet.
Waiting for orders.
And then Big Man, oh, hang low. What have we got? We could get vision on all three, and you know what? I think that that's actually the best plan for us. Information is going to be key. I really want to know what we're dealing with. Let's move up. So they have 2 riflemen. Okay, both with PPCs and large lasers, and then a Phoenix Hawk. Alright, so what we're going to need to do is 80%, 80%, 45s. Alright, let's go ahead and let's think. Let's just take a quick second. We've got, let's see, the Marauder will definitely be able to get shots there. I think the Annihilator, between the Annihilator and the Atlas, we should be able to kill off the Phoenix Hawk. That should then mean we might be able to take shots at this scout over here. Alright, so if that's the case, let's go ahead and we're going to multi-target. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put shots on either way. We're trying to minimize their evasiveness, although... Is 1 pip of evasion good, or should we double up on the Phoenix Hawk? You know what? Yeah, scratch that. Let's go ahead and aim our sensor lock on the Phoenix Hawk. This is the one that we're going to go ahead and aim to destroy this round, if possible. So, we've got some pretty good shots there. Yeah, that's not an issue. Let's see. 75s and 45s.
How might I help?
The Annihilator, 50s, 60s. I think overall we'll do more damage with the Annihilator than the Atlas. So let's just move the Atlas all the way down. Oh, we can even... Oh, wait a second. No, that's the Marauder. My mistake. Yeah, we'll take these shots and see what we can do. Although, hang on a second. Could we maybe hit... Oh, no, we're actually not going to be able to see. I was hoping we might be able to get a line of fire against the side of that Phoenix Hawk and maybe take out a leg. But I suppose it's just going to be what it is. Alright, let's move on up. Alright, we'll see what we can do. Actually, you know what? We could possibly put another shot over at the Rifleman just to minimize its evasiveness. Let's see, 45%, they're not particularly high. That's 50. You know what? Maybe, just maybe, it could be worth doing. Yeah, I feel like we could get the kill here. We'll send a snub PPC with the lesser damage over here just to impair its sensors potentially. Yeah.
Engaging multiple targets.
Alright, so some stability damage. We did get the sensors impaired, so that's at least one thing.
Reporting.
The Annihilator we can now roll on up, and our shots are, well, considerably better than what they were. Alright, so let's move on up.
Confirmed.
We'll see what we can do. Again, all that we need is 2 shots to the center torso, and we are good.
Target acquired and locked in.
Lots of damage, but not quite the kill. Ah, bother. Alright, well...
Aye.
It is what it is. Alright, if we roll forwards, we can go with the UAC-5, we can fire the medium lasers over here. We could go for a full salvo just for the destruction, but again, that'll minimize our output on the next turn. Yeah, alright, let's just move on up. We'll take the shot. Oh, and I did not consider that. That is a 40-ton mech. I don't think it'll be able to get us, but we'll, let's just be careful. And, yeah, I guess we'll leave the Rifleman for now. Alright, let's see if we can get the kill or knock it over. Something to help us out.
Roger.
Alright, so autocannons did work.
That taste.
Knockdown successful. Alright, initiative-wise, we've got the Rifleman rolling up. Yep, and that's going to do a little bit of... Oh, right, I didn't even consider that.
Commander.
I was thinking that we had better initiative than the Rifleman by a bit, but I guess I didn't pay full attention there. Yeah, this guy's a scout, so he's got higher initiative, it seems. Yeah, oh, wait, yeah, that is definitely the case. So, should have been aware of that. That's my fault.
Good to go.
But that's okay. Let's move. You know what? That rifleman's going to be doing its thing no matter what. We could probably get that Phoenix Hawk. Let's roll. Let's roll up over here. That way we can't get shot in the back by that 40-ton mech. But what we could do is remove that rifleman from the field. Let's see. 80%'s are pretty good. Can we do that from slightly further back? We can. Still have 80s. Now it's down to 60. Okay, so let's just be slightly aware. We'll go here.
On my way.
Alright, let's go for that precision strike and remove this thing from the field if possible.
Firing.
Alright, that's not going to do it. Oh no, it did.
Hostile eliminated.
Well, I'm happily surprised with that. Alright, they've got that moving on in.
Commander?
Our archer, we're going to have company sooner or later. Slightly out of range for those small lasers, which does hurt. But it is what it is. How much health has it got? 26 points of structure? Alright then, well if that's the case, let's go ahead and we'll tuck behind the rifleman. We'll fire shots in... Oh, actually, you know what we could do? Hang on a second. We moved up by a small margin. We could fire our small lasers here, strip this thing of evasion, and still guarantee the destruction of the Phoenix Hawk, and make that easier for our friends to beat the ever-loving life out of the rifleman. That does sound like a plan. Alright, so there we go. Let's open fire.
Firing on multiple enemies.
Alright, well, there we go.
Hostile removed.
Mech down. And now, all that we have left is the Atlas, which we cannot see the other target. Oh, you know, we've got some pretty good odds there. 95s, 80s, 75s, and 260s.
Awaiting orders.
The Annihilator. What do we desire? You know what, we can probably shoot this from slightly further back with the Annihilator and still be all good. Yeah, you know, let's go ahead and move all the way back.
Certainly.
And then let's open fire on this thing. Alright, some solid stability damage right there. And then I guess we can follow that up with a little bit more. And that makes our SRMs a little bit more accurate. I think that is very good. And then we can try and make that thing topple over. That should be fantastic, yeah. Between our AC-5, between the snubs, maybe we don't need the medium lasers. That might be a little bit more than we need. And you know what? Keeping a little bit of heat is probably not the worst. Though realistically, they have one more mech. You know what? Let's just go ahead.
Engaging target.
Alright, well, some destruction.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Unfortunately, we missed with the other PPC, with the snub PPC there. That is a disappointment.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
And we have reinforcements coming in. Okay, well, that is annoying. I was honestly hoping that we were going to have that thing knocked down, it wouldn't get a turn, and then the heat would have time to cool back down as we kind of shuffled our way elsewhere.
Yep.
Alright, so the Marauder's not going to be able to go ahead and see that anytime soon. We need to advance. Actually, you know what? Let's hold off for a second. Oh, wait a second. Do we even want to? Hang on a second. That could be very dangerous. If they had something like a catapult or whatnot, they could easily shoot us in the back. And that is not something we want, especially too if they have twin LRM-20s. They could do a heap of damage to us.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, fine. You know what? I was going to try and keep other stuff moving, but I think we'll go... A second. I think we might need to swing around. That'll have to be good enough, I suppose. Small lasers can open fire. That full alpha strike is, I think, necessary. We need to make sure that this thing goes down. Alright. It's a shame. It means we've wasted some fire on that last turn. Alright. I guess we should have kept those medium lasers off that Atlas. But you know what? The whole aim is that we don't get shot in the back. So... yeah, if that assassin wants to do its thing... Oh. Off to the left-hand side.
One of our structures has been eliminated.
Okay, well, I guess... I thought for some reason the leopard landed over there. I guess I was wrong. Alright. You know what? This isn't the end of the world. Let's go ahead and... our archer can get some pretty decent fire on him. Could also go ahead and move closer to the road, and I think that that's the way we'll play it. Make sure we have maximum movement on the next turn. Anything else? Do we want to go for a precision strike? I don't think it's necessary.
Locked on target.
Looks like we... oh, we hit the intercept system. Okay.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
That is acceptable. Honestly, I would have preferred that we take out a leg. Looks like they've still got a few more mechs moving around. Oh, we almost took out that leg. That would have been the dream. Alright, well, let's go.
Yes, Commander.
You know what? We may as well just fire the Annihilator here. We've got a fair decent amount of heat threshold. 2 hits to the center torso will still kill. Could pop off the arm, could pop off the leg. Yeah, make it a little bit cooler for the Atlas. If we can get that thing to cool down, it's probably the ideal.
Of course.
Alright, well, there it goes.
Target eliminated.
Alright. So, oh, of course. Exiting combat. That is irritating. Alright. We have contact on our sensors. Whereabouts are these fools? Hang on. Where on earth are they? Alright.
Receiving you.
Well, I suppose we should probably move. Let's go... wait a second, we are in combat. You know, let's reserve. I guess... yeah, there we go. Okay, so we can at least see where they are. We're not going to lose all these buildings fast enough. We're not going to get the bonus pay, but that's fine by me. Yeah, I'd much rather figure out where they're coming from so we can handle them appropriately. So let's go... oh, we should probably save the archer. The marauder's not going to get a shot. Let's just go ahead and sprint.
No shooting, just running.
Yeah, that'll give us a nice degree of heat back as well. Looks like they got another 65-ton mech. It looks like they can only go for the really tall towers, which is good. This wall is really helping us. Though that said, I'm surprised they're not trying to target that down, but who knows.
Good to go.
Maybe if you played on the hardest of the settings, maybe the AI would think about lines of sight and such.
Sensor lock on me.
You know, a little bit of collateral damage would be worth it, I suppose, depending. Oh! Okay, and we have another mech over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a curiosity. We've already destroyed 4. That makes me think that we've got enemies up here and over there. Alright, well then... with that in mind, let's go ahead and sprint forwards. That'll cool us down, that'll get us closer. That gives us eyes on target. Yep, and there are more mechs, of course.
Warning. Enemy sensor lock detected.
That's an 80-tonner. Alright then. 70-ton, a Thunderbolt. 75, 65, 65, and 60. They're going to have to come to us. We could... Oh, we're going to have to start picking and choosing our battles here. I guess we could move all the way up. See what we're dealing with.
Yes, Commander.
That would then leave the archer. I guess fire support's probably the way we want to go. Let's move. Let's try and spread out a little bit. We'll go ahead and open fire here. Yeah, I think 70 ton could be better. That one's there. Not going to get eyes on anybody else. I guess we may as well move and shoot. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, we've also got a fair bit of resolve. Maybe... I was thinking maybe we could go for vigilance, but we're a little too... that's not going to make much of a difference.
Target acquired.
Oh, we got an injury on the Thunderbolt. That's nice. Oh, and we have another 85-ton mech. Oh, well, an 80-plus ton mech, I should say. Alright, so let's see. 4 must survive, 7 remain. This one's getting very close to destruction. The others are untouched, but they have to come to us.
Reporting.
Let's bring... Yeah, you know, maybe we go with vigilance here. We'll increase our initiative on the next round. And then we can run up as close as we can, get eyes on targets, we'll have some damage reduction, and maybe we can take some of them out early. I think that is the play that we make. So let's go ahead and confirm. And then let's go ahead and sprint and move down for that position there.
Certainly.
Alright, that shows us a Black Knight, a quick draw, and what else do we see? A catapult. C4 with those LRM-20s. Ooh, that's annoying. Yeah, alright, but we can make something work here. And then, oh, you know what? We can even go ahead and take a precision shot. Oh, and apparently we... Did we use... Hang on a second. Oh, we're at the top of the round. My mistake. Never mind. I thought for a second, though, we were still on the previous round. Let's go ahead and... let's see. Catapult's annoying. The quick draw is probably the... actually, you know what? The catapult's probably the worst. You know, let's move up. We'll take what we can. Yeah, maximum evasion.
Got it.
Let's go ahead and see. What's that? 85s and 95s. 95s across the board. Yeah, these LRMs are going to be far more troublesome to everybody else. Yeah, let's go ahead and take on that catapult. Let's go for that headshot.
I'm on it.
Alright, lethal damage. That is incredibly helpful.
Tango down.
Alright, 1 mech down. Slowly boosting our action economy. Quick Draw's still making... well, I assume it's a Quick Draw is taking fairly sad shots. No? Yeah, that was the Quick Draw. Okay, good, good.
How might I help?
We've got Cheese Goblin here with our Annihilator. Let's roll on up into... What do we want? I suppose cover is ideal. Getting close isn't going to hurt.
As you wish.
Alright, we have a Thunderbolt, 5 SC. It's more of a brawler. Let's see. The Quick Draw is probably more annoying. The Black Knight, you know what? That's got a lot of firepower. That thing's going to be toasty, but I think with a precision shot... What have we got? 90s and 95s? That's decently solid. And again, 18%, that's 1 in 5. We've got 4 shots being fired. We stand a really solid chance at being able to get the kill shot, because again, any of these hits will... Oh, wait a second, here's damage reduction. Oh, that's a shame, that's a shame. Okay, so that's 40%. Yeah, so 40% damage reduction. Let's see, he's got 50 odd. Let's see. Oh, we might actually have it. It would be close. Maybe we just go ahead and call the mech. We've already got a Black Knight. Whereas, yeah, that's probably far more likely to work for us. You know what? Let's go center of mass. Okay, it was worth a try. Close but no cigar. Alright, Atlas getting targeted. That's to be expected. We have 4 rounds to hold out. I think that will be fine. Let's
Receiving you.
see. Big man here in the Archer. Let's go. We're going to go for maximum... Oh, actually, no. Who could we fire shots at? The Black Knight. Hang on a second. Ooh, oh man. Yeah, if that wasn't for the damage reduction, we definitely could have got that kill there. Looks like we got 3 hits. Must have missed 1. Either that or 40% is less than I was thinking. Oh, sorry, more damage reduction than I was thinking, and we were dealing less damage. I would like that kill there. That would be very, very helpful. And if we moved closer, 65 is not going to change. Will we have enough time to get around and then intercede? That is my question. So let's think. If we get 1 kill, 2 kills, that's this round, and then we've got another one. Good thing I'm going to have to try and get back. Look, we might also... Oh, that Black Knight's going to have a turn in a bit. I think what we do here is we reserve. We're going to try and let the Atlas take on a little bit of the brunt. The Archer is undamaged, so I'm not too concerned. But if we can get that Black Knight to have a turn, that should hopefully mean that some of his damage reduction will be taken away. We're going to go ahead and put our Atlas forwards. Again, full evasion and cover. We'll go... let's focus on the Thunderbolt for now. That's already damaged. Alright, open fire. Let's see. Actually, you know what? We've only got... Oh, we have not the most amount of heat to play with, and we've got a few more mechs to deal with. Let's drop off... Let's see. These are... medium lasers are 8 heat. 8 heat. How did we do that? Alright, so let's see. What are the SRMs? Those are 5. Those are 8. Yeah, let's drop... Actually, you know what? We're not going to do as much damage there. Let's drop off one of these and one of those. Actually, you know what? We'll try and save ourselves a little bit of heat here. Yeah. We'll drop off both the medium lasers. We'll still do the SRM4s. We'll go for that stability damage. And we'll try and mitigate our heat. Again, it's not a huge amount of probability that it hits, but if we can stack some up, that wouldn't be bad.
Engaging target.
But again, I'm just trying to be prepared for future rounds, because we're going to have some bigger mechs coming our way in a bit. Alright, the Black Knight did take his shot, and that was quite unlucky.
Not much armor left in that location.
That was not good for us. Alright, how did that work out? Marauder. Center torso, that's a decent chunk. And that's about it. As for our Annihilator, that was our leg predominantly. Okay.
What's up, boss?
Alright, so let's see what we can do here. Let's travel back over here. This still leaves the Black Knight, 65%. I think it's probably worth focusing on. Yeah, oh, actually, you know what we could have done? We could have used our breaching shot. Unlikely at 65% that would hit this well, but... yeah, probably would have been worth it. And I don't think the Thunderbolt we're going to be able to knock down... Yeah, alright, let's go ahead and maintain some evasion, some cover. We're not firing off any of our small lasers.
Copy
I
that.
think that Black Knight has to go down sooner than later. Yeah, it's just a little bit too tricky to deal with. Alright, and unfortunately that was shots off to its side. Yeah, it's a pity, but again, we weren't going to be able to hit it front on.
I'm here.
Alright, let's see. Back to the top. What have we got? Quick draw, that's annoying. This thing, very annoying. Thunderbolt. I suppose we could try and barrage it again. It did such little damage to that thing. That is quite annoying. You know what? The Annihilator could possibly... it's going to clean up 2 in 1, I think. Alright, never mind. We're going to move the Marauder up. We'll go ahead and we'll see about... let's see, 90s and 95s. Again, a little bit of distance isn't going to be a bad thing here. We want to be close to the road so we can get out of here as soon as we're done. The precision strike should increase probability by -4, so that should be like 20%. Yeah, that'll max out at 95s. Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll move back there. Let's see if we can remove the quick draw from the equation.
Engage.
Alright, we needed that.
Hostile removed.
Alright, Thunderbolt, that's fine. I'm honestly happy that he's not shooting at us. That is a nice change.
Ready for orders.
The Archer. What to do here? Well, we have that Thunderbolt. That thing's going to want to get close. Grasshopper's probably going to get close. Again, lots of lasers and things there. The awesome 8Q. Classic 3 PPCs. And then something else behind.
Standing by.
Well... you know what? I think what we're going to do is we'll leave the Black Knight. We're more likely to hit the arm. It's probably not going to help us. Aiming at the Thunderbolt, probably not a huge benefit either. I think what we'll do is we'll take the Annihilator. We'll shoot at the Black Knight and the Thunderbolt. We'll send, like, what, 2 shots over here. Then we'll use the Marauder to clear up the Thunderbolt on the next turn. Maybe. And then... yeah, if that's the case, let's go... 95s against the Thunderbolt, and we'll just see if we can make that thing drop. Actually, that left torso of it. That'll be the right side. Hang on, we want the other direction, and we're not going to get that. That's a pain. He's already rotated around enough. Alright, well then... what else could we do? We could possibly go for some damage against this thing. I guess technically we could get the kill with the Thunderbolt if we hit center torso. It's an unlikely result, but it is theoretically possible. Yeah, we'll maintain as much distance as possible. We're still hitting the forward arc. And we just hammer everything we've got.
Got it.
Yeah, I think this is the way that we've got to do it. I'm even tempted to go ahead and use some of our resolve here just to try and make sure that this thing dies, mitigating incoming damage. You know what? Oh, that's right, it's cluster. I don't think that actually counts. Never mind, we'll just have to see how it all plays out.
I copy.
Alright, well, we got an injury, I suppose.
Solid connection on that one.
Alright, that's at least, what, 1 less weapon? Alright, Annihilator getting shot at. That thing's got plenty of damage. It's got cover.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Plenty of armor. Black Knight couldn't fire as many shots this round. Too much heat. Man, it would have been nice to have Archangel on this mission for some coolant of the vents. Let's see. Could probably take care of that. Let's see. 70, 70. What do we have? Could move up. Could get eyes on all of these targets. We've got good shots here. Some back there. That does somewhat line us up a little bit for a stray shot, but at the same time, too, the evasion could be handy. Yeah. Alright, and what's back there? A Battlemaster. Oh, joys. Yep, okay. So SRMs, LRMs, and a bunch of medium lasers. A pretty good all-round thing, but mainly focusing on close quarters. Let's go ahead and... You know what? I'm not really running the risk with this anymore. I think we have to go ahead and be... Let's see, 2 snub PPCs. Maybe we drop off 1? Yeah, that saves us a lot of heat. In fact, how much does that normally cost us? 25? This would be, what, 8, 16? It saves us about a third. Yeah, you know what? I think that's a far better number of things. We could possibly... Yeah, we've got a good amount of stability damage. We'll have a good amount of damage hitting this thing. We should get some more destruction of either that left torso and a bunch of lasers and machine guns and whatnot, or we can just take out that center. Alright, good.
Enemy mech destroyed.
So far, so nice. And it looks like that the... Oh, they're taking up a peculiar position here. Okay, so it looks like part of them are trying to regroup with these guys over there, and the others are, well, I guess the Awesome is trying to head this way.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, interesting choices. But you know what? This is good. We are in a favorable position. We're going to go ahead and fire 2 shots at the Black Knight. We're going to fire 2 shots at the Thunderbolt. Yeah, I think that's how we're going to do this. Let's multi-target. We will drop the lowest ones for the others. 80s. Oh, you know what? I'm not really willing to risk this. Let's go for 3 instead. You know what? Never mind. We're not even going to split our shots. Let's just focus entirely on this thing. Make sure that it dies. The odds, as good as they are, they could be better.
Target acquired and locked in.
Alright, fantastic.
Target eliminated.
Alright, so that provides us a little bit of position there. We're not going to be able to run around the facility fast enough, so we'll just go ahead and start closing the distance.
I understand.
Alright, and then what have we got? The Battlemaster is still working its way around. Okay.
Standing by.
Well, that's good news for us. Let's go ahead and... Oh, we're already at heat capacity. This is going to be... We're going to have to drop off a weapon. Okay, well... We're going to move up. We'll do as best as we can.
Moving out.
Going precision strike. We obviously have to drop off 2 of these... No, 3? Ooh, that's painful. I don't know how well this is going to work for us. Let's see. Would a leg be better to shoot at? We've got, what, 90, 135, 160. Not enough. Not enough. Not enough. Not enough. Okay, fine. Headshots it is. Let's pray that multiple land.
Roger that.
Not good enough. Oh, well. How much damage did we do? A decent chunk, just not enough. Alright, well, if only that UAC had worked out to our advantage. Let's go ahead and... You know, let's split our position here so we're no longer being within that line of fire.
Affirmative.
We'll maintain cover and we'll go ahead and throw shots on target. Actually, you know what? We could go for one either way. Let's see. He's got 20% damage reduction. He's got 40% damage reduction. You know what? That's actually not the worst plan. Let's go ahead and split our fire. Yeah. As much as I believe in our Annihilator's overwhelming power, it's also a lot of armor to chew through.
I copy.
And if it makes it easier to target for both of our friends, it's probably worth it. Or at least easier to kill, I should say. Alright, so what comes next? Okay, a little bit of LRM turnabout right there. Oh, he's got jump jets. Oh, that's a predicament. 95. Yeah. I have a very unsportsmanlike idea. And technically, it's not the building. Alright, so we're going to stay in cover for now.
Reporting.
But our Annihilator. I see a very fun idea in our future. Let's go ahead and we're going to fire 2 shots at the wall. We're going to break that. This thing's going to fall, and then we're going to go ahead and, well, put a lot of damage into this thing. So let's go ahead and split our targets. A and B. We'll go ahead and, well, I guess that'll have to do. Unfortunately, we can't kill it in a single thing, but it is what it is. If we can break it enough, we might get a free precision shot with Rannoch there. Yeah, I have to do what we can. Oh, actually, you know what? No, let's do this the other way around. 75... hang on a second. What have we got? 75 here. We're more likely to get the shots after it lands. So, you know what? Let's start with the wall being... hang on a second. We're going to have to restart our targeting. The wall is 1. This is the 2nd. We'll fire off... I believe these 2 are the ones in the arms. So that should be the best odds possible.
Multiple targets confirmed.
Alright, so there's some damage. Unsteady, full damage, structure exposed.
Solid connection on that one.
Knockdown. Alright, well, that will work for us. It does have a little bit of, what do we call it, cover, but that's okay. Let's just check in on this thing. That leg is almost busted, but that's alright. We can capitalize on the next one, and then... I don't know if we can sneak around the back, but we're going to try for it. Let's move... yeah, let's go ahead and we'll just move there.
Have no doubt, it will be done.
Alright, so here comes the Awesome, taking some pot shots with those PPCs. That's its first salvo. Surprisingly cool for firing so many shots. Alright, let's see, our outlet still has to go. I think we'll go ahead and... I'm almost tempted to stay within cover and keep a little bit of evasion. That said though, if we just stay where we are, that could also work. Because again, we do generate heat when we fire off a... the engines to run around. Yeah, and that's not PPC. Look at that. That is so much extra heat. I think it's worth keeping this dropped off for now. Yeah. We're just going to go ahead and focus on that. Let's see. We gain 29 resolve, so that'll take us to 99 on the next turn. I doubt we're going to get a kill here, so let's just open fire.
Engaging target.
Alright, again, if we can just clip that leg out from under it, that would be ideal.
Orders.
Alright, Rannoch, would you believe that we have a free precision shot on the table, and we can get our small lasers online and everything? I think that works out rather splendidly. So sure, let's go ahead and move on up.
Heading out.
So we'll get to go ahead and take this. We'll go for that headshot because that is obviously what we want. We've got more weapons online because of our small lasers. That should do enough damage. It's got less damage reduction. I think we'll call that a success if some of these hit. Yeah, let's go.
Locked on.
Alright, and I guess the wall decided to censor out that kill right there. But that is one less problem. Oh, hang on a second. What are you up there? A grasshopper, of course. You have jump jets. Okay. Well, how's the wall doing? 99 points?
Waiting for orders.
You guys have really given me some interesting ideas with the tactics here. Can we... Oh, we can't quite get that to work. That's alright. We'll go ahead and maintain our evasion. That'll be fine. And then... I don't know. Do we reckon we would be able to see it if it fell down for our annihilator? That is a... We could take that out with one. That said though, it would then open up the buildings to the awesome. We've got to hold out for one more round. Oh, you know what? They can't destroy all these buildings. We're perfectly set. Yeah, we're fine. Let's go ahead and... you know, let's just move forwards. Oh, wait. Stay in cover, but move forwards a bit.
Roger.
Yeah, let's go ahead and we will see. Let's go with multi-target. Let's see, 70%, not amazing. Let's start with that wall, then with the grasshopper. We're going to cause it some issues.
Copy that.
Alright, lots of fall damage. And not enough to knock it down. Alright, Atlas, we can still continue to tank. That's a-okay. The awesome is trying to now move into cover, which I suppose is the fair play there. That is reasonable. That grasshopper, though, is looking rough. Let's see about... It's between these two. We can get our machine guns online, so that's not bad.
Awaiting
What's
order.
the other one that we've got? Our annihilator. Can we get... Ah, we've lost our vision. That's annoying. Maybe I should have shot the other one in the back. This is a disappointment. Alright, well then, let's go ahead and use vigilance. Actually, we'll see... Okay, you know what? If we can sprint up and we can see the awesome, that's good enough. We'll go... Yeah. If we were to move there, we do have targeting solutions. Alright, so let's go ahead with vigilance. That way we get to move earlier in the initiative next round. We then get to sprint.
Roger. Full speed.
Alright. Maybe we don't get... Yeah, oh no, it took a shot at the building. That's not bad. Although, let's see, did we get the vigilance here? So we've got the less damage thanks to the Marauder. We've got the this ballistics, inspired, entrenched. No, okay, so I guess... Oh no, our resolve did dip a little. Okay, and the initiative has gone up to 2. Okay, and we do have the guarded. Yeah, okay, so I guess it did work. We did get what we were after. Let's move... let's see. Let's get as close as we are able. That grasshopper's got some decent damage reduction, it seems. Yeah, that Battlemaster's going to be a bit of a pain, but again, we can survive that. This thing, we could probably clip a leg. This thing, I don't know, might get a leg as well. Alright, hang on a second. So how much stability damage do we need here? We need 1.5 pips, so I guess we can probably just fire the snub and the AC5. And then the rest we could maybe send at the... Yeah, we go... Oh, actually, you know what? The stability damage is not quite the same. That awesome is fine. Maybe we send the... Yeah, let's put the snub over here. That gets a breaching shot, so I guess that's nice if we desired. That said, that is the most amount of damage. Hang on, let's just check in here. That's not going to quite work on the grasshopper. Hang on. No, we'll make you see just so you're away. So we've got the awesome. That needs, what, 125? That is on B, so we need, what, we'll call it like 150, 160 if we're going to make that thing take out its leg. Alright, we'll send the SRMs over to the Grasshopper. We'll send the AC-5, the medium laser, we'll go ahead and we'll put over against the Awesome. And then, yeah, the machine guns will also switch over to the Awesome. Yeah, between the AC-5 and the SRMs, I think that's enough stability damage to make that Grasshopper fall. The rest we're focusing in on the Awesome. Yeah, let's roll.
Engaging multiple targets.
Alright, and unfortunately not quite enough. Okay, we definitely needed that snub PPC, but it is what it is.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Alright, well, I'm getting word from the friends. All the data has been secured. Well done. Okay,
Mission
well,
successful.
I guess we don't get a turn 0. Well, that's a little disappointing, actually. I was very much hoping that we might be able to, yeah, have one more round of fighting, but I guess it is what it is. Decent kills across the board, no injuries, no structural damage. Alright, could have done a lot worse. Alright, so, as for our salvage, is there anything we desired while we're here? I don't know if there actually is. We just might be here for making money. Alright, we'll double check though. Is there anything else that's really good as far as equipment is concerned? Medium lasers. Some of those have some nice little bonuses. PPC with extra damage. You know what? That actually does give me a bit of interest. Then let's see. Heat sinks. Good grief. There's a lot of those. Same with jump jets. Oh, TTSs? Rangefinders? Okay, so extra accuracy for missiles. I think that's a better version than the one we've got in our Archer. Ballistic wise, I don't think we have one of those. And then we could even max out our energy. Those things are incredibly expensive, so we're definitely taking them over the other bits and pieces. The rangefinder for an extra 100 meters. You know what? They don't take up any tonnage. We could throw. The more we have, the more mechs we can put them in. Go ahead and we'll take that. And then what else remains? I guess it's just a little bit of having a look and see if it fits what we need for our campaign. So you know what? Give me a second. I'm going to pause it right here and I'll see if we need any of these as I compare them to my list. Okay, so you know what? We actually do need a part of a Rifleman 4D. So we're going to go ahead and we'll throw that on in there. That is one extra part. We are one short, but there is a decent number of these. So as much as I would love to take one of these, I think we're going to roll the dice. But these TTSs are very, very good. So we're going to go ahead and keep them for now. And we're going to see if we can, well, get lucky in this mission. If not, we can always try to find it elsewhere. Alright, oh, and there it is for us. The second part of the Rifleman 4D. Fantastic news. I've also picked up some large lasers, a modified LRM-5, some more modified medium lasers, and a whole bunch of heat sinks, jump jets, and some ammo. You know what? I think that gamble definitely paid off. That is going to help us out quite nicely. Alright, so that was our final mission. Luckily, we're not adding anything onto our repair bills, nor our hospital bills. So, I think that means we could probably go ahead and have a bit of a look at where we need to fly to. We'll have a bit of a look at Yang's work order list as well. I know that we've got a few mechs in the shop right now, so we'll have to pick and choose as to what we want to work on next. But it should be good.
That mech you asked for is cleared for
Alright,
fighting.
so let's throw that thing into storage for now. That's a-okay. We've got 10 days worth, oh no, 15 days of work for Yang. Let's have a look. We've got our Black Knight, the Cyclops Marauder. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, I think that's probably the way we want to deal with things. So we'll just go ahead and close that out there. Oh, right, we should check out the store. So we know we've got 15 days for now. In the store, though, is there anything we wanted to purchase on the way out? There is a small laser with extra accuracy, but very rarely is that ever necessary. There's a heat bank, but again, that's not particularly helpful. TTSs, no need to purchase these, because we have the best version as it stands. Okay, we don't really need much of anything. And do we need to sell? Probably not, because again, we're not going to be, oh, actually, no, we may as well sell off the C4 there. We may as well have the extra money in the bank, just in case. But again, I'm pretty sure we're going to be back at the, at a new location by the time we get anywhere. So yeah, sure. We'll go ahead and check in on our star map. I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to see about traveling to a black market. I think 14 days to Hastur. Both of these wouldn't be bad. I know that's a little bit cheaper, but I think what we might do is maybe we work our way down and then back across, and maybe work our way towards some flashpoints. Yeah, that could be a way to make it work. We're not going to get there in 28 days. It takes too long if we were to fly directly. 156. We've got options. Yeah, we've got options. So you know what? Let's go ahead and stop at these first black markets along the way. We're going to head there first. 14 days, not too bad. We can always do with some more missions for these people. 60,000 is more than acceptable for our funds. Yeah, alright, let's go ahead and jump. Oh, reputation update. Okay, my supervisors, thank you for your willingness to take on challenging tasks. You are making invaluable contribution to the advancement of Marek interests. Okay, and same with the pirates. Alright, we'll have to have a look at that. Skinny dipping event. Okay. Dr. Maraud rewinds and restarts the video. The timestamp says 2:38 AM. 7 wet naked bodies come flying out of the new low-G pool installation and into the hall. 4 women, 3 men, all laughing and bouncing off each other. Well, this is way more nudity than I was prepared to see this morning, Sumaya says. Yang laughs. Seriously, how am I supposed to work with those people now? At this point, Sumaya begins cracking up. Too true. Dr. Murad is deadly serious. Well, Commander, what are we going to do about it? You know what, how about we just erase the recording? Yeah, we don't need to relive seeing those things again. Let's go ahead and make that disappear. Look, I'm willing to pretend that I never saw this recording. We're all adults on this ship. To be honest, I'd rather have naked swim night than clean up blood and teeth after another fight. If this is how they want to blow off steam, so be it. Outside of maybe posting a sign that says no running while wet, let's just erase it and get on with real business. Yang and Sumaya put on their serious faces and everybody nods. Darius hits a button. All done. Morale has increased by 2. Oh, this is fantastic. This has now put us in the final bracket of morale. So every turn, 35 points, which is a precision shot. Very, very good for us. Okay, well, let's check in on the reputation. We did hear about that, so we could technically ally with the Federated Suns and... I guess maybe not with the pirates, but we could with the Federated Suns if we desired. Alright, well, that's fine. We're not really looking at allying anyone in particular, I don't think. So we'll leave that be. But we will continue our flight. Let's see what we can come up with. And, yeah. Oh, speaking of our flights and our travels around the universe, we're still actively looking for MechWarriors if you would like to submit a MechWarrior of your own. We've still got a decent amount of campaign and we would love to have a few more people on the roster. So if you have a character, as long as they have a first name and a last name, as well as a call sign, we can go ahead and hire them to Leviathan's Might on the Argo. If you want to tell us something about your pilot, that would be awesome, but at the same time too, we will respect their privacy if they just want to come in for the fight. Alright, so there goes our medbay upgrade. Let's go ahead and check in at engineering. We have 2 more things left for us. Okay, so what do we need? We need Hospital Bay, Med Bay 3, 2 extra medical points. That'll help us a lot with our recovery times, which we'll definitely focus on. But then after this, I did not remember, but there is a hospital bay. The original Argo specifications had room and infrastructure for actual hospital facilities rather than simple med bays. With a full hospital's worth of equipment and connections to the ship's library and databases, the medtechs are able to perform near miracles of healing. All med bays will be converted into hospital bays. Wow, okay, I definitely forgot about that. We should definitely have gone for that earlier. Extra medical points, as well as chance of death from incapacitating damage is 5% less likely, as is the chance of death from lethal damage. That is fantastic. We could have used that so much earlier on, and maybe avoided some tragedy that has occurred.
But we'll get it done.
But we'll get that started. This will cost us another just short of, a bit over 2.5 million. But we will certainly get to working on that as soon as we can. Alright, well, the only way to get there is by letting her finish all the work. 20 days is all it should be, and we'll have that sorted, so not too many jumps, I think. Yeah, in a couple of jumps we should be fairly well sorted, and we'll certainly have the money to do such things. Alright, so Archangel has returned to active duty. That is very good to see. And, well, I guess we'll have to see. Alright, let's go ahead and visit the store, as that is always the first port of call. Let's see. Crabs, Cyclops, Marauders, Trebuchets, Warhammers. Some modified AC2s with some accuracy and things. That's not bad. An AC20 with extra damage. Now what, that could do alright in a mech. Could also go ahead and, let's see, not do too much else from there, but we also have access to the black market. Alright, well, what what do we have right there? An Atlas 2. Now that is something we could get behind. Yeah, the AS7DHT. We do love to see that. Very, very nice. What else have we got? We have a Banshee, a Battlemaster, Crabs, Javelins, Hatchetman. Some different Zeus parts. Ooh, an AC20 with extra damage and stability. That is a scary proposition, and I think we might pick that up. Large pulse, less tonnage, more damage. My favorite combination. Another LBX2 with more damage and crit. We could make a very scary mech with a couple of those put together. Stability and critical. Medium laser. Narc beacon for missile damage. You know, it wouldn't be the worst if we came up with a bit of a scouting mech to paint some targets. I've also got a comm system for extra resolve. That is very, very good. A gyro for less stability taken. That is very nice. And then we don't have to pay for this because we've just collected one. Look at that. We saved ourselves 3 million C-bills. That is delightful. Alright, so we've definitely got a fair bit of money to spend. And a few things we need to do. We've still got one more day left on our Battlemaster. That is okay. Cosmo's still out for 36 days, but that is somewhat to be expected, as he did take a very heavy beating. And Cosmo's the only one not at 10 out of 10. Okay, well, you know what?
How's it going?
That's okay. We'll get to that when we can. Hopefully we don't take too many injuries, or who knows, maybe we might even pick up a pilot or two. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.